I'm broke. I'm not just broke, I'm broke and busted and so down. But I want to change my life. I really want to change my life. In fact, I am going to change my life and I'm going to document it. And I'm inviting you to follow my journey. Oh my God, what have I just done? There's this trend that was on YouTube a while back where people in different fields talk about, if I were broke, this is what I'd do to get back on my feet or to turn things around. Well, the truth is, I am broke. And I want to try and, no, I'm actually going to turn my life around. So, how did I get here? How did I reach this point where I feel like everything is not working? My life, my relationships, my family, my prospects, like everything is down. How did I get here? Technically, I've not always been down. But if I look at it critically, my journey to down started way back, way before I started my career, way before I went to college, because it started over here without really me being aware of it. But all the steps throughout my life have led me to this point, down. In the course of my career, nimeshika do nimeshika. I mean, not great money, but good money that could have done amazing things. But money would come and go, concurrently. Inaingia inatoka. Hata nikisave, I save and then I spend. It was just crazy. And I think my problem was that I didn't have a compelling vision and therefore a roadmap to get me to my dreams, because I did have dreams. I did have things that in my mind I wanted to achieve by a certain time, but man, no clear vision, no roadmap. I think I was just there floundering, like somebody who's treading water indefinitely, you get, because you have nowhere to go. You're just there. Anyway, I empathize with the former me, because she didn't know better. I didn't know better, but now I know better. Now that I'm in this great big hole that I've dug myself into, I know better. Now that I know better, I want to do better. A whole lot better. And I don't just want to do better for me, but man, there's things God wants me to achieve for the kingdom. There's things He wants me to achieve for the sake of my family, for the sake of my community, of my nation, of the body of Christ. There's so much at stake. My mind is right. And now it's just a matter of putting things into action. Let me give you a background. The first time I considered living a goal-directed life, being serious about where I want to go and the steps I'm going to take to get there, that was in 2017. I'd actually been laid off work, and that was the best thing that happened to me. And I actually was looking forward to quitting when they let me go, because I had all these dreams burning within me, and I knew it was time. Let me tell you, for how many months? For 4 months, I used to come open my resignation letter. Man, I typed two words, and the whole day that document will remain open. At 4:30, I close it, I go home. Tomorrow morning, the first thing I'll open will be that document. Okay, I try and draft this and that. I delete one sentence. It was just crazy. 4 whole months, I was trying to resign, but it wasn't coming. But I knew I was going to. It was only just a matter of time. So by the time they let me go, I was like, okay, now I have no excuse. Now I can just go ahead and do the things that I've always wanted to do. Yani, now a roadmap was beginning to slowly form in my mind. It was super easy. I didn't know how to go about anything, but I knew this was the time. That was 2017. A whole lot of things happened. Man, the greenness. You think, I'll just start a business. I'll just start this. And you get on the ground, and on the ground things are different, literally different. So living with my dad, I was taking care of him, and his health had started becoming a challenge. And so my dream was to do so well so that I can take care of my dad so well. That was my fuel. In fact, all the dreams and the goals I was writing down, they all had my dad at the center. I reached 2019, I'm still trying this and that, small things. Now, 2019, my dad has died. I'm living alone. I have time, so I think, to now run around, do everything. And I did. Finding my footing was a challenge. Where do I start? Like, how do I get my life on track again? Because I'd always wanted to branch out on my own, I didn't think getting a job was an option. Okay, granted, I technically had a job all this time because I had a radio show that I was doing. It was a weekly show on a Christian station, and I loved it. And it was honestly something that kept me going because I love radio. Okay, so I kept doing that, but generally, I didn't know how to get my life on track. What? And then, end of 2019, now I'm living in my dad's house alone. And then Akina, my mom, they come to live there. I mean, because it's their home too, but they were living elsewhere. So my mom and my sis and my bro. My bro was unwell, we were taking care of him. Now I'm thinking, okay, this is a, a fork in the road, not a fork in the road. What do you call it? A diversion. I don't know what word do I use. It was now a spanner in my works, so to speak, because now my mom is elderly, my bro is sick, like he needs round the clock care. My sister is kinda special needs, kinda. So now I'm there. I was planning to move out in March of 2020, and that's when God spoke to me one day when I was having Bible study. I remember I was kneeling at the side of my bed and I was facing the window, and his voice came clearly through from the window, like he just said three words: they need you. It's like, whoa. That's all he said, and I immediately he said it, I knew what he means. He means don't move, stay on and take care of your people. So, okay, I mean, there are things when the way they happen, you have no choice. And I mean, I can't say God held a gun to my head, but it was right to stay and take care of my people. So when God tells me they need you, it was March 2020. I'd been planning to move out in April. So for the next 1 year, taking care of my brother, and guess what? He dies almost a year to that particular time. And now I don't know where I'm back to. You get? It was crazy. And in fact, I was so mad at God that my brother has died. I was so mad. Story for another day, maybe. But my life was flipped on its head. And so it was like, now you have a chance to run with the things you've been planning. Because, I mean, I'd gone through this whole process where using Tommy Newberry's book, Success is Not an Accident, from 2019, he has in that book a whole system helping you to identify your mission statement, your personal mission statement, to set out, to identify your own values. And I'd used that book to really streamline some things, to do some basic groundwork, to work on my mind, to do the internal work so that I can build on a good foundation. So I'd done a lot of that thing. So after my brother has died, when I started healing, that was like May 2021, I was like, okay, I think I can make some steps now to really go for my goals, to go for my dreams. But where do I start? Where do I start? That was the biggest question, the $1,000,000 question. Where do I start? That was the internal place where I was. I knew where I want to go, but how to get there, I felt like this is an impossible task. I have all these huge, mega dreams, and I'm thinking, how do I get there? I'm just me, I feel so helpless. What step do I take? And let me tell you, God is amazing. In His wisdom, in His love, in His compassion, and because He has a plan for you that will come to pass no matter what, He started directing me, started guiding me, telling me what to do and do this and do that. And He would give me ideas, and He would give me direction and instructions. Do this, do that. And some of the things I did start to implement. And some of them are in the process of being implemented. Some of them I put on the back burner. I'm like, God, I'll come to that. But my main problem was lack of execution. For real, lack of execution. Not a lack of ideas, not a lack of direction, but lack of execution. God could even tell me, take this next step. But me, I would put it aside, knowing one day I'll come to do it, but not having an urgency. Lack of urgency. What? And then because I have no real urgency, I would find myself over the course of the 2 years from 2021 up to now. We are in April. We've just begun April of 2023. I've been moving slow motion. And that's why I'm saying I'm turning my life around, because I'm tired of slow motion. I'm inviting you to join me on this journey. Whoever watches, you'll be part of my accountability system. That's why, that's part of the reason I'm doing this video. Also to help somebody out there. Anyway, long story short, I am tired of living this way. I am reclaiming everything I have lost. I am on a mission to redeem the time that I've lost, like to make up for lost time. I was listening to Miles Monroe some time back, and he was saying, if you've lost time in your life, like for whatever reason and however it has happened, now you can't live a normal life. You can't live a normal life. Your life has to be abnormal, because you have to redeem time. There's time that you have lost along the way. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm committing to changing my life, to redeeming time, to reclaiming all the opportunities I've lost, all the everything. Yani, whatever is possible, I am taking it back, and I'm turning my life around. So I'm welcoming you to my abnormal life. Yes, follow me on my journey to redeem time, to reclaim what I've lost, to turn my life around. And I hope something about my journey will resonate with you. Till next time, bye-bye.